The glass break detector. So this we're going to use also in conjunction with that base security package or just the security system design as a whole. What the glass break detector is designed to do is you can kind of see above this slider here, and it's probably hard to see in the video, but there's a small hole there which is the microphone. So in essence, a glass break is really just a microphone that's listening for that high-pitched frequency of shattering glass. It has about a 25-foot radius that it'll hear in, so it can cover a good amount of windows or a good amount of glass with a single device. But the main advantages of it are, as an example, as we've mentioned before in the prior videos with the motion detectors, those are pet tolerant up to 55 pounds, but they really don't work well with really big pets or multiple pets, right? If we have multiple pets moving around, it can trigger falsely, cats, things like that. So in those scenarios, we can use glass breaks to kind of protect our home as well. So the idea of the motion, right? If someone shatters this slider out and walks on in, as soon as he gets to an area with the motion, it'll see him and set the alarm off. Well, if we can't have motions, glass breaks are another solution that as soon as this window drops, that siren sounds immediately. So another big advantage there is hopefully that's as far as they got and they just turned around, as opposed to a motion requires getting into one area of the home where there's movement. Other things to consider with the glass break, however, as far as location and placement, right? With a glass break, because it is solely dependent on sound and frequency of breaking glass, and it has only a 25-foot radius, obviously if we're beyond that 25-foot radius, in this particular plan, I don't know if we can swing around and shoot down, but the kitchen and great room are considerably over 25 feet away to some of those windows, right? So we would need an additional glass break over there to protect that space. So you do have effectively a few more devices to get the same coverage as maybe a motion detector, right? Whereas a motion, we're creating a trap zone. No matter where they get in, they walk through it, sets the alarm off. Whereas the glass break, 25-foot radius that it hears in, but it gives us that perimeter setting. So we can have the whole house protected, right? If we have doors and window sensors. So if someone opens a door or window, the alarm goes off that way. If someone shatters the glass out, it's going to hear it and go off that way as well, but we're not hindered by not being able to move with the motions on. Some other things to consider is, as an example, we might have an office on the other side of this wall that has windows in it. Of course, that's within the 25 feet, but again, keep in mind, this is solely on frequency and sound. Glass breaks are not going to hear through walls, they're not going to hear through floors, really shouldn't even project them to hear through doorways. If you can see in this room here, even though this is fairly open, if we follow through and kind of walk through, the reason we have another glass break actually for the dining room space, specifically for these sliders, because we have this fireplace right behind us here that separates the two spaces, but it also separates the sound transfer, right? So we really want to make sure we design properly to make sure that sound is getting to the glass break if we're going to use these throughout the space.